Howdy rail fans, welcome back to another Will It Run video on Trains with Shane. Our guest today is an Atlas SD35 in the Southern Pacific Kodachrome. I guess you'd call it a merger scheme, even though the merger never happened. It's not my favorite scheme out there, but I've been wanting to build out a little bit of a Southern Pacific fleet, and a bunch of these units popped up on eBay around the same time, and I figured that they would go reasonably and not too much money, so I kept an eye on a bunch of them. A couple of them went for more and I avoided those, and I settled on this one, placed a bid and won it. And according to this, it's DCC equipped, so it should have an NCE decoder in it. This is not a sound unit that I'm aware of. That would be a pleasant surprise if it was. I paid more than $94 for it, but not much more. I think I only gave a small shake over $100 for this plus shipping. So for a DCC equipped locomotive, that's not a horrible value. So let's get into this thing and see what we've got. I've not opened this yet. Let me zoom in and get it up in your teeth. We've got road number 2968 here, as reflected in the number boards as well. A little bit of a possibly a paint mishap there on the ledge right here. I don't know if that is supposed to be yellow or supposed to be black, or if it's supposed to be neither. We've got a good filler cap detail and our fuel level, as well as some under cab stuff here. I don't know what that is, guys. Let me know if you know. Is that an air, what do they call that? A moisture separator for the air system. We've got our emergency shutoff right there. It's very clean and there's not greasy paw prints all over this, so you know I haven't handled it yet. Decent truck detail for what it is. It's not fantastic. The grill detail is okay. Looks like the paint might have gotten a little thick towards the top of the dynamic brake vents here. The photo housing looks good. The parting lines between colors seems okay. I don't see anything bleeding into the other, although a little bit fuzzy between the black and the yellow there at the very top, right here. And a tiny bit of yellow bleeding into our window frame here. Black around the front looks good. Let's pop this out of here. We can do so without faffing it up too much. Let me zoom you guys out. This one's going to take a bit of an excavation. So we're going to pull our foam out. And that way we can open it up a little bit to relieve the pressure here. Looks like this one had an extra piece of foam tacked in there. All right, well, let's get a pick in here and get rid of this foam. For those of you who aren't aware, for like all three of you, there was at one point a potential merger where the Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe railroads were going to merge, and they were going to call it the SPSF. So you may also see Kodachrome schemes out there for Santa Fe engines that'll have just the SF on the end here. Focus. Seeing the Southern Pacific. There. I'm only going to do this one side because the other side is exactly the same. But yeah, for various different reasons, it drug on. They thought that the merger was going to be a slam dunk, and it didn't end up happening. Southern Pacific ended up eventually merging with Union Pacific, and as such, there are, I think, maybe even 1 or 2 units that are still wearing their original Kodachrome paint jobs. Of course, these are retired nowadays. I think there is one in a museum somewhere. It may be the Railroad Museum in Portola, California. I don't know. I'm probably screwing that up and I'm totally wrong. Either way, this is a scheme that did exist, but a merger that never happened. So, enough looking at this thing. What do you say we do what we do and get this over onto a test track, find out what it does or what it doesn't do. I'll see you guys over there. Alright guys, we've got the executive portable switching layout set up. Power is being provided by my DCC-EX setup with the MQTT stick. I've shown this before once or twice. It's basically similar to my other DCC-EX stations that I built, but instead of using the standard setup, I incorporate the MQTT stick that Hans Tenner has put together. It's very cool stuff. We've got our unit on the track here. Track power is on, as you can probably tell by the headlight. I've got this programmed into the long address 2968 because 3 did not work. So let's see if this one does. Let's see if we can turn our light off and on. Yep, looks like it. All right, let's make sure we're set to go forward. I'm just using Y throttle on my iPhone just because it was the quickest, easiest thing to set up. So, sorry for the glare. Let's give it a little throttle. And immediately she springs to life. A little stutter. Might have a dirty spot in my track. DCC will do that to you. Another stutter. Another stutter. Another stutter. I do not have powered frogs in these turnouts. Alright, we'll stop it, switch direction, and bring her back. A little bit faster. So you need 2 hands for this. Oh, did she quit on us? Looks like she did. Stuttered there too. Forward, dial it up. A little noisy, but these digital throttles are hard to use one-handed. Give me all your power. Let's see, reverse. Definitely having some pickup issues here. I hate using this thing. It's not always very accurate, and it's definitely not tactile. Let me switch this, move her forward. Yep, another stutter. So will it run? Yes, not great. So what we will probably do is I will probably clean this off camera. You guys have seen me do it before. Probably tidy up our track a little bit too, because that's always suspect. I haven't cleaned this in a long time. So I will spare you the boring details on that, and I will thank you for joining me on another Will It Run episode on Trains with Shane. And until next time, I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.